It's a beautiful place. It's rich, very rich in culture, high on vibe and excitement, especially at this time of year with Mardi Gras. Talking about New Orleans in Louisiana, the venue, the site for the, well, not a venue, the site for the 66th NBA All-Star Weekend, which took place a few days ago. And some of the big winners on All-Star Weekend, in case you didn't see, look here.
All-Stars Saturday night is where the league's best showcase their skills. And the most versatile players took part in the 2017 Taco Bell Skills Challenge. And this obstacle course challenge, which includes dribbling, passing, and shooting, was won by a 7-footer. 7 feet 3 inches to be exact. The New York Knicks forward from Latvia, Kristaps Porzingis, confirming that it's a new NBA. Big men can shoot, pass, and dribble. In the 2017 JBL three-point contest, the league's best shooters had a battle from the land of three. In the end, it was a dark horse. The former New Orleans guard Eric Gordon, who now plays for the Houston Rockets, took home the title in the three-point contest. And then the jumpers, the leapers, and the rim shakers. The 2017 Verizon Slam Dunk contest took place, but it craved a little more bounce in it. Fan favorites Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic and the Los Angeles Clippers DeAndre Jordan did not impress the Mardi Gras crowd as they'd like to. The NBA D-League jumper Derrick Jones Jr. showed his hops.
And he clears hole 4 and throws it down.
But it was a surprising entrant. Keen swag and leaping ability from Glenn Robinson III, which impressed judges and separated him from the field of 4. The Indiana Pacers swingman won the slam dunk contest.
It's over. Are you not entertained? Mardi Gras, let it begin. So there it is, a perfect 50 for Glenn Robinson III, your Verizon Slam Dunk champion.
And then on Sunday, the big boys played in the 66th NBA All-Star Game, where the Western Conference All-Stars won 192 to 182. That's their 6th W in the last 7 showdowns. It was, of course, a free-scoring, free-flowing affair, which had a record-setting first half 189 points scored in it. Would you believe that every All-Star scored except for James Harden, the bearded one from Houston Rockets? How ironic. But the East still holds the all-time advantage 37 to 29 in these All-Star games. Russell Westbrook got an alley-oop from Kevin Durant, which many hopes will break the 7 months of tension between the two All-Stars. Westbrook notched 41 points, 16 of 24 from the field, including 7 of 13 from the land of 3. Durant had a triple-double, 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. But the true All-Star was the local New Orleans forward Anthony Davis. The 23-year-old copped the MVP award, breaking Will Chamberlain's 55-year-old record of 42 points. He added 10 to it as Davis banged in, shot, and banged in 52 points on the night. Celebrities galore were in the house, like actor Michael B. Jordan and rap mogul, who is also the co-owner of Brooklyn Nets, Sean Jay-Z Carter, who was there with wife Beyonce, whoopee, as well as daughter Blue Ivy. And while the All-Stars converged in New Orleans, some converged in Jamaica? Cleveland Cavalier forward Tristan Thompson visited Usain Bolt's tracks and records, as well as several clubs and beaches, of course, in Jamaica with his Bay superstar Khloe Kardashian. And others were on the move ahead of the trade deadline. Sacramento Kings forward DeMarcus Cousins, as well as Omar Caspi, didn't have to even go anywhere. They were traded to the New Orleans Pelicans for sharpshooting rookie from Bahamas, Buddy Hield, Langston Galloway, Tyreek Evans, and future first-round draft pick. Many call this a steal of a deal. Cousins is the first player averaging over 25 points per game to be traded mid-season. He teams up with Anthony Davis, that's right, the NBA All-Star MVP in 2017. What a team that's shaping up to be.
All right. Well, you were there, George.
Yeah.
Why was Steph Curry lying on the ground?
Because the man running to dunk, Giannis
Porzingis.
Antetokounmpo, I hope I got it right, the man from Greece, He was a beast, so much bigger than him. Usually in the NBA, you call it a mismatch.
Right.
So the smaller man will not want to take a charge from a bigger man running full pelt at him. So Steph just took a lie down.
Take it all lie down.
so
I,
look
like,
at- yeah,
I
allow him to
don't
go.
even.
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
involved
okay,
in that.
This leads us nicely on to my next point, which is, to be fair, right, George, and I'm sure you had a lovely time, and I am looking forward to hearing all about it. This game doesn't look very exciting. These All-Star games look like it's just like.
No,
Hold on to that, lads. Hold on to that.
All
Score
out
that.
attack.
I told-
no defense.
Yes.
I told someone in the office this morning who asked me how it was, and I said it was a glorified exhibition contest.
It must be exhibition.
As a fan,
Yeah.
sitting up on the Saturday night, I was right behind the hoop for the dunk-off competition and the three-point shootout. For the Sunday, the All-Star game, I was up in the clouds in the Smoothie King Center. And looking down as a fan, it's fantastic and the lights and everything. But as a sports person, I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
There was no defense.
Yeah.
It was you run up the floor, you score. You run down the other end, you score.
No one
and
wants to get hurt, right?
No,
None of these big
no.
money players
So
want to
it
get hurt
wasn't-
for this jokey thing,
There's
right?
no-
They have
it did
championship
not have,
to win.
It did not have a competitive edge, and that is why we watch sport, because of the competition. It didn't have that, and I was disappointed with that. Yeah.
So what about if you had the winner of the East versus West game getting home court advantage in the final? What about some kind of incentive like that?
It needs incentives. That's not a bad idea. That's something that could be discussed. But let me tell you, the dunk competition that was won by Glenn Robinson III, you remember his father, Big Dog Glenn Robinson. It was good in some respects, but because all of the dunks have been done already, the players now have resorted to gimmickry. A man dropping a ball from a drone. Yeah,
Yeah,
A
that's
man
pretty
doing-
good. No, the
No.
hopping over 3 men, for me,
Yeah.
that looks like that can go horribly
Yeah,
wrong.
but
Horribly wrong.
But the thing is this: it would have been visually, you will say, "Oh, fantastic!" But don't forget to hop over 3 men. You put your arm to vault you, so you get an advantage.
George,
Yeah?
George, are you saying
Yeah.
that makes it easy? Because
Not
I would give
easy,
you, I would
but
give
it
you
makes
2
it
men.
possible. All I'm saying is, the best dunk I saw at the All-Star game. Look at this. Look at Derrick Jones Jr., who was fantastic. I thought he was going to win. Yeah, look at that
Look at that.
hand. The hand goes on the shoulder of the
Wait,
first man.
George, what's the point of you telling that? Like, does it matter?
It does.
That hand can't help nobody.
The hand helps you gives you a base from which to go up. Yeah?
Let me tell you, watch this guy.
Look at Nick. Watch. When he holds the ball, that's what he uses. Look at that. That is
Wow.
the platform to go
pivot.
up. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, the best dunk I saw on Saturday night was from one of the mascots. A guy who was in between. No, seriously.
Yeah.
What he did. And when he was on the court, all of the All-Stars were there out.
Yeah.
They stopped to look. What is he going to do? He placed the ball right about the three-point line, the free throw line rather, and he walked up the court. So we're saying, what he's going to do with the ball on the floor? The man ran in, picked up the ball in a somersault, and dunked.
Oh, wow.
It was
somersault in the air?
yes.
Darn.
So who was under the mascot?
No. He had taken off his costume. He was just a regular guy.
Yeah.
A
A
part
regular
of the hype squad in between
Okay,
breaks.
okay.
He did the best dunk of the dunk competition.
Yeah,
of the
because
whole
you know what?
All-Star weekend.
He's trying to make his name. Those guys are like, listen, don't touch my ankle. Don't touch my wrist because I need it in good
It lacked the
form next
competitive
week.
edge, and as a sport fan,
Yeah.
you realize that, But look,
It's a celebrity off, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's a show off.
Yeah.
It's an exhibition.
The
That's
biggest,
really what it is. Yeah.
the biggest celebrity in New Orleans
Who?
was not a basketballer, at least from my perspective.
Jay-Z, Beyonce?
No, man. Ode to Jay-Z, the greatest rapper of all time, in my opinion. But hear me. We were there when they were going into the dressing room. And out walked a fellow, not much taller than I am. Ronaldinho. Lance, cheese and peas. I couldn't believe. I barely got time to take out my phone and do this click, click.
Really?
Ronaldinho.
So,
if you don't
yeah.
believe me, you will see tomorrow. And he said hi to Tanya Lee.
Well, who wouldn't? But I
Yeah.
want to say that I am unsurprised. Well, I'm very surprised that you think that he would be the biggest
He is.
celebrity there. And I'm amazed that Americans even know who he is.
Well, I tell you what, when they said Ronaldinho, you heard a smattering of, hey, because they didn't know who he
Yeah,
was.
of course. That's not their sport.
They didn't know.
The biggest superstar for you is what you mean.
No, the biggest, not for me, the biggest, if you,
Celebrity.
globally, the biggest sporting personality, globally. Look, they moved, I thought at least, that the game would have been played in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, which is this gigantic facility next door to the Smoothie King Center, which is much smaller. The Smoothie King Center was not sold out for the All-Star game. There were still empty seats. And the Smoothie King Center is about a quarter of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. They didn't go to the Superdome. Ronaldinho is used to performing in front of a crowd that packs the Superdome every week. No basketball game can fill the Superdome.
Right.
Ronaldinho, remember, is a star in the world's game.
Yeah, no, and I understand what you mean.
And that's what I mean.
I thought you meant his reception.
No, no, man, because
But-
as
but-
you rightly said,
was Michael Jordan there?
no, I heard.
Okay.
I heard that he came in briefly on the Saturday. I didn't see him, but
Because I would argue that Michael Jordan is a bigger global sporting name
Michael Jordan wasn't
than
there.
Ronaldinho
But
was.
I didn't see Michael Jordan. That's the
Okay,
point
okay.
I'm making.
Okay.
No, man.
That's why I asked.
But there are bigger players than Ronaldinho, but they weren't there. Ronaldinho was there. It's the argument I'm making.
Okay, tout de bon.
All right. So here's the reigning league MVP, Steph Curry, commenting on Anthony Davis winning the All-Star MVP title. And then James Harden speaking about the importance of the West winning the game, believe it or not.
Competitive. We always want to win, and you know, obviously it's a lot of fun, a lot of dunks and 3 points, but ultimately we want to win and we want to have the bragging rights.
It's a great storyline for him to represent New Orleans and win the MVP tonight, and you know, give the hometown crowd something to cheer about. So that was fun.
Oh,
You know,
hey, Steph.
I saw something happen, and this is why, you know, you have to share. Russell Westbrook was on about 41 points with Anthony Davis, both on 41. And it's as if Russell realized that, okay, I'm back-to-back MVP in this All-Star game. This kid, this is his season. He's at home. You know what? I'm going to allow him.
Of
He
course.
sat down on the bench, and Anthony Davis just racked up the points and won it. And I thought that was very good because Russell Westbrook was
Yeah.
the man who was, you know what?
Well, that's what I heard the commentators saying this week, that if anyone should have won it, Russell Westbrook should have won it because he was the only one playing like he normally plays. He was going
the
for
thing is
broke.
this. The thing is this, and this is the criticism we made. You spend your life wanting to be an all-star. You spend your life wishing that you play well enough that the fans vote for you as they do now, or previously the journalists select you. Then when you are selected, you go to the all-star game and behave like a prima donna. You go through the motions. No, Russell Westbrook gives value for money every time, and he was box office up till when he realized that Anthony Davis was on pace to get it, and he took a step back and allowed the young man.
But it makes Russell Westbrook the real MVP, doesn't it?
You know what my question is? I keep hearing that he's going to slow down. He cannot play like this for the entire season. But when will he slow down?
I don't think it's not possible. He knows only one pace.
So you're saying that you don't agree that he will slow down?
Right.
Okay.
No. He knows his pace gauge is broken. And it can't be fixed.
All right.
He's full throttle.
Not slow down in the sense of
You mean his
physically measuring what
proficiency.
he
You mean
does,
his proficiency.
but sapped energy.
No, Lance.
That won't happen.
No.
No, I don't think so either. I just want some support because
No,
I've been
Lance.
saying that.
No, Lance.
And a lot of
I agree
NBA
with you.
experts are telling me that it is physically impossible for him to sustain the kind of game that he has for the duration straight
Right.
into the playoffs. But the person I see looks capable of doing it to me.
He's the Rafael Nadal of NBA. Like, he just hurls himself around. Like,
Coolest guy in the room, man.
Yeah?
And as a point we made, he went up in my estimation with what he did because
Yeah.
I was like, all right, so both are on the same number of points. If Russell continues at this pace, he's going to get the MVP. And then he just sat. And,
Sweet.
And Leighton Levy says he's not a superstar.
I don't mind Leighton Levy. I think he'll be eating his words. NBA on the home of champions, people. 8 o'clock, 9 ECT. The Cavs versus the Knicks. Don't miss it.